penultimate round of the USL Championship regular season, and defending champions Colorado Springs fighting for their postseason lives. The Switchbacks welcome Las Vegas Lights to Widener Field on the wrong side of the playoff line, but with a chance to take back control of their postseason destiny. Alongside Ricky Lopez, Espen, I'm Drake Cordero. Today's match is presented by Pepsi. And Las Vegas mathematically knocked out after last week's draw with Oakland. Then Oakland and Monterey Bay joined them after Wednesday night's Orange County win over San Antonio. And that leaves 5 teams fighting for 4 spots, including the Switchbacks on the wrong side of that playoff line, but just 1 point back of Orange County. A win today puts them provisionally back in, pending Orange County against Lou City later. Now, wins have been hard to come by for the defending champs. Just 1 win in the last 6, dropping 14 points in that stretch.
Difficult run of form for the Switchbacks and James Chambers, especially last time out where they got battered by the Charleston Battery. It's simple for the Switchbacks. You're at home, you need a response, and you need one quickly. The way that you're going to get a result of this game, you need to attack it, and you need to attack it quickly.
They have scored 5 goals in the last 6 games, 3 of those from the Panamanian striker Juan Tejada.
Juan Tejada is just so influential for the Switchbacks in the way that they attack, because he can play different positions, whether it is the wide parts of the field, whether it is century. But one thing that remains constant for Tejada, he has the ability to pop up at the right place at the right time, and he's a clinical finisher.
Well, Las Vegas Lights, meanwhile, looking to snap a 6-match skid of their own. The Switchbacks looking at right now, the defending champs fighting for their postseason lives. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups and get the first half underway in just a moment. It's the Switchbacks against Las Vegas Lights next.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Welcome back to Widener Field. Today's player walkout is sponsored by Children's Hospital, Colorado. Second to last round of the USL Championship, and out in the Western Conference, 5 teams fighting for the 4 remaining spots in the USL Championship postseason. The defending champion Switchbacks looking to get back in the fray. 4 changes for James Chambers from that 5-0 loss to Charleston. Methuselah and Lacroix returning from international duty. Echeverria and Fieldberg also slotting into the 11.
That central location will be really important for James Chambers. That Fieldberg is going to have the freedom to go and search the game. Hirman and Hanya expect him to provide the width. Hanya to go 1v1. Hirman as well to come centrally on his preferred left foot, allowing Tejada to occupy the 2 center backs, trying to get on the end of service. First 10 to 15 minutes, really important for the Switchbacks to get in a rhythm.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas and Devin Rensing, 3 changes from the draw against Oakland, including in goal, where Nicholas Amater takes over from Arosarena, while Turner Humphrey makes his full championship debut.
There'll be a lot of fluidity and a lot of rotations in the way that the Las Vegas Lights can set up. Humphrey might drop into the right-hand back, the same as Singer, which will push up Budati, but it all comes down to Stojanovic and Johnny Rodriguez. The relationship between these two players, Stojanovic will be that physical number 9, allowing Rodriguez to go and search the game and try to combine with Tommy McNamara, who pulled the strings. That front four really expansive and really aggressive at really testing the Switchbacks back line.
It'll be interesting to see exactly how they line up once the ball gets rolling. Spoke with Devin Rensing this week. They're out of playoff contention. They can afford to be a little experimental with these remaining 2 games. There's the danger man Tejada. He's scored virtually half of all of the goal output over the last 6 games for Las Vegas. For Colorado, Vegas today in the light blue kits. And what a tandem Johnny Rodriguez and Stefan Stojanovic made last week against Oakland Roots. Looking to repeat now against the defending champs. Edson Carvajal is the head referee. Carson Gilwall and William Otson will run the lines. Brian Yip is the 4th official for this one. All eyes on Carvajal. A crucial 3 points up for grabs for Colorado Springs. And a roller coaster of a season for Las Vegas Lights, a revolving door of managers. They've settled on Rensing for the future. And the ball rolls at Widener Field. Colorado Springs in 9th place to start today. A win would lift them above the playoff line provisionally, pending Orange County's match against Lou City later tonight. While Las Vegas Lights out of playoff contention, playing the potential spoiler role against the defending champs. Here's Fieldberg on the near side. One of the changes in the 11 for Colorado Springs, and an early foul is whistled Las Vegas' way. Alongside Ricky Lopez, Espin, Andre Cordero, thrilled to have you with us for what is a crucial match for the champions. They don't control their own destiny, but they might by the end of the evening if other results go their way.
One thing that James Chambers mentioned to us in our conversation earlier this week, saying the key to this game is just winning both boxes. We need to do a really good job at commanding our 6-yard box in terms of our box defending, but also being really progressive when attacking.
Here's Budati. Crossed in by O'Driscoll, bouncing inside of the 18. It's Matusala who got it away. Fieldberg is brought down in traffic, and the whistle blows Colorado Springs' way.
Yunus Budati from his right back position is going to give this Las Vegas Light side a little bit of flexibility. The way that they attack provides real quality in terms of his service in that final third.
Early pressure applied by Las Vegas. McNamara, who's leading the press. Ten games in charge. Ahead of this one for Devin Rensing, 1 win in those games. And one of the things he's looked to change in this team is to be more aggressive, to be more proactive. And a tendency to sit back. Very different philosophy at the start of this season under Antonio Nocerino.
2 minutes in, you just see them trying to press higher, be a little bit more aggressive, but they need to be cleaner on the ball. The last thing that you can have happen is to give the ball over cheaply against this explosive Switchbacks front 3.
Anya riding the challenge and finally brought down by Nigro. Free kick for the Switchbacks.
Good work from Hanya. Turning his defense into offense, and if you are Nigro, no need to try to win this ball. Continue just to move your feet, but really clever from the winger, Hanya, to draw a foul and an opportunity just to whip this ball into a dangerous area and cause some chaos right in front of Amateur's goal.
Complete anywhere across the front 5. Yusuke Hanya today will be running that line opposite Yerman. Stands over the ball now. Free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by Underline, and it's loose in the 18, delivering gigabit fiber internet. Ball still back. Tejada brings it down, and crashing into the edge of the 18 comes Creek. Whistle's blown against him. Free kick for Las Vegas. This injury stoppage is brought to you by Common Spirit Health.
With the second time in the matter, the first 4 minutes here, Stojanovic on the end of two really difficult challenges. First from Matusala, now from Creek. But as Creek has every right to fight for this ball, Stojanovic on the wrong side of the contact. Wasn't ready for this game, now he is. Bit of a wake-up call. You have Hierman the ability to put the ball into a dangerous area. It's not the initial ball that can cause some issues. It's a secondary wave. Good box defending in the end from the Lights, but notice as Creek just turns his shoulder, catches Stojanovic on the follow through. Good to see him up on his own power, the striker for the Lights.
So Amateur to get us back in the way. Rosarena, who's been the regular starter in goal all season long, 10 clean sheets. One of the best in the league, getting a rest today. Final two games for Las Vegas, both on the road. They closed out their home schedule last week against Oakland Roots. Made a real game of it. They trailed twice, battled back, snatched a draw to death. Rolled all the way back to Mahoney. Ward. Lacroix on the near side. Tejada settles it. Left it a little short. That's won back by O'Driscoll in Las Vegas with a short pitch to counter. Square ball in. It's driven straight into McNamara.
Good idea from Stojanovic. Trying to bypass Tommy McNamara, but just too much pace and a very awkward height that catches the oncoming experience of McNamara.
Here's Lacroix on the near side. McNamara closing down.
It's a good shape defensively for the Las Vegas Lights. Notice how compact they are between lines. So if you are the Switchbacks, the tempo needs to be a bit quicker at trying to manipulate one of those players centrally to pull out of space. Good interchange centrally between Harriman and Brendan Creek.
Impressive Las Vegas presenting some early questions for Colorado Springs. They look to pass their way through it. Mahoney will roll it all the way back to Herrera. Two of the back four seeing international action for Haiti. In the last couple of weeks, Matusala started Haiti's 3-0 World Cup qualifying loss against Honduras on Monday. Did not play the previous match in which Duke Lacroix did, all 90 minutes for Haiti in their 3-0 qualifying win at Nicaragua on October 9th.
So this left side of the back for the Switchbacks, very comfortable with one another. Lacroix, true leader experience in USL Championship. Matusala is going to give the Switchbacks while playing ability from the center back role.
Fieldberg trying to keep it in and could not. Tyler Humphrey. Yunus Budati to put it back in play for Las Vegas. (3-4-3), at least in possession for Lights with Humphrey, Gartig, and Singer. Here's Creek. Lacroix on your side, closed down by McNamara. Matusala, heavy touch. And it's turned over. It's good pressure again from Las Vegas. Here's Probo. Gartig under pressure, forced to roll it back. Hanya bearing down on him. Amateur gets it away. Humphrey now. And the pass intended for Nigro doesn't get there.
Bit shaky start for both of these defending units trying to deal with the oncoming pressure.
Creek, space and time to consider his options. McNamara starting deep in his own half this time. Budani. Driscoll.
Good ball here.
Long switch to Nigro. Working against Ward. Nigro looking for the angle. Square ball in. And it's dealt with by Mahoney at the near post. Hanya showing too much of the ball that time to Probo. Sunbelt Rentals, local hustle, national muscle.
Just the way that the Las Vegas Lights are set up tactically with O'Driscoll and Johnny Rodriguez playing in the wide parts of the field. By tendency, they're always going to come century to create a little bit of an overload, which will allow Nigro and Budati to be expansive and to be aggressive in terms of their positioning. So expect a lot of change of point of attack in favor of the Las Vegas Lights.
Garci. Singer has moved further up into the midfield now. It's won by McNamara in the middle, taken back by Creek. Methuselah.
Nice pocket of space here from Creek.
Hakeem Ward out wide. Tejada coming back with his back to goal. Plenty involved in this early stage of the game, the 25-year-old Brennan Creek. Constant movement, looking to find space between the lines. Piermont, outside of the boot. Looking for the run of Echevarria. Just trying to streak into the 18.
Just mentioned the busyness of Creek as he's going to be that single pivot that will allow Echevarria to be more expansive and a little bit more aggressive in terms of his box-to-box mobility. So almost expecting them to play like dual 10s with Fieldberg underneath Juan Tejada.
Mahoney goes over the top for Hakeem Ward to chase after it. Working against Nigro. Echevarria continues his run forward. Here's Ward. Ward, left-footed, flicked on by Tejada, trying to redirect. He had Fieldberg at the back post as well.
Good bit of play from the switchbacks on the right-hand side with Tejada. Hakeem Ward always going to provide real quality when he does venture forward. We just need more movement and more numbers ahead of the ball. As the outside back picks up his head, it's only Juan Tejada versus this whole back line of the Lights.
Road games have been a real struggle for Las Vegas all season long. Just one win from 13 games on the road. They failed to score in 8 of those 13. Appeals for handball. Free kick for Switchbacks. Had 4 goals in 8 away games before Rensing's arrival. 4 goals in the 6 road games since. For a team that scored just 22 goals so far this campaign. Tussell under pressure, he solved it well. Lacroix. Fieldberg to the rescue as they get around and through Probo. Tejada laying it off. Here's Echevarria. Closed down quickly as Gartic in his face. Echevarria running in behind once more and wins a corner kick for Colorado Springs. This corner kick is brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. McDivitt is in your corner.
Good bit of play from the switchbacks. It starts with this left-hand side, changing the point of attack. Echevarria doing a good job at understanding when to push higher from his center role in the midfield. If you can play quick, if you can be decisive, you can find success for James Chambers and the switchbacks.
Second corner for the Switchbacks. You're meant to deliver. And swinger to the near post. It ricochets off of Tejada. And it'll be a goal kick for Amateur.
Yearman electing to go to that near post area. Just a bit of an awkward coming together with Juan Tejada in this back line for the Lights. But just the pace that Yearman attacks this ball in as it's dipping at the last second. Johnny Rodriguez needs to clear this ball up and away.
Away by Probo. McNamara. Here's Rodriguez working against Ward. Rodriguez will take it himself. He didn't get it to dip enough.
Just see left side of your screen, Matt Mahoney having a conversation with Echeverria and Krieg. Both double pivots cannot get caught too high because one pass takes them extremely out of the game, leaving a 2v1 with Johnny Rodriguez with Nigro coming around the corner. Good turn.
Anya making inroads. Tejada needs a sliver of an opening. Tejada just got under it. As direct as it gets, but effective for Colorado Springs.
Fantastic bit of skill from Hanya to pick up his head. No option, so why not go for yourself? And it's just such an underrated technique, the ability to drive with the ball at your feet, because now you require so much attention and frees up teammates. Juan Tejada needs to play this ball into Fieldberg. Left side of your screen, and acres of space. If he's a little bit unselfish, it's a good opportunity for his teammate.
Good pressure from Colorado Springs. Yerman onto his right. Straight at Amateur. Saved it in self-defense. Driscoll appealing that the ball did just touch off of LaCroix. It may have already been over the line. Yerman. Lovely footwork from Yerman. Mahoney. Tejada coming back once more with his back to goal. Hanya working the wide area. Quarter of an hour in. This is good ball movement from Colorado Springs, moving the ball to move the opposition.
Settling well for 17 minutes. Really comfortable start to the Switchbacks here.
Hanya. Tejada laying it off. Yerman. It's pretty wide, and it's going to be beyond the reach of Hanya. The USL on the CBS Sports Network closes out October with a championship Western Conference showdown. Playoff-bound New Mexico United taking on Oakland Roots Sunday, October 19th at 5 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. Missionero Nigro, who recently became the all-time leader in minutes for Las Vegas Lights, he's right on the cusp of a couple of more records. He's one game shy of tying Frank DeRoma's appearance record of 65. And with a career-high 7 assists this season, 1 last season. 8 total. He's 2 shy of the all-time record for Las Vegas, set by Cal Jennings at 10. This free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. Metusala. Anya.
Great
That's a lovely first touch to get past his marker. Teammate streaking into the 18. Yerman as well, left it just behind him. And it's difficult to adjust.
Hanya's just a nightmare to defend because he can do a little bit of everything. Notice how he baits Nigro in as he takes the touch to the ball, lets it come across his body, but just takes a tad bit long to make his decision here. Yerman has already overcommitted the run. He's leaning back, and that's why he gets underneath it. But good action going forward for the Switchbacks and Hanya.
Hasn't been the strongest closing out to this season for Colorado Springs, but they can once again take control of their own destiny with a little bit of help elsewhere tonight in the late game. Just 1 win in the Last 6, that was that October 4th 1-0 victory over San Antonio. It snapped a stretch of 3 straight losses at home. Rodriguez. O'Driscoll. Budati. Backfield doesn't quite make it there. Lacroix was there to intercept. Fieldberg now under pressure. Here's Creek. Popping up in all sorts of places, Creek. Tejada had to think quickly and could not connect with Fieldberg.
Those moments of the game, the Switchbacks need someone to stretch the game, to run in behind and really put pressure on this Las Vegas light side. As Tejada's coming to feet, you just squeeze and allow the opposition to step higher and to stay and keep this game very compact, and they're attacking third.
Tusula knocking it down. Here's Mahoney. Nigro. Pressure from Tejada. Maybe a little too much pressure for the referee's liking as he commits the foul. It's Nigro on the receiving end. It's a good switch of play to find Rodriguez out wide. Needs help. It's a little static. This time from Las Vegas Lights. Mahoney deals with the aerial threat, and that'll be a corner for Las Vegas. This corner kick is brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, that's what I like.
Just not enough movement. Like you mentioned, Dre, for the Las Vegas Lights, when Johnny Rodriguez picks up his head, you only have Stojanovic. That is when you need more from O'Driscoll or Tommy McNamara to really unbalance this Switchbacks back line.
Gennaro Nigro to deliver. Team Ward doesn't seem thrilled to be getting a little chat with the referee, Edson Carvajal. Outswinger from Nigro, dropped into the heart of the area. And from a long way out is Budati. Creek sending it wide, but giving it away. There's Probel. Raymond putting in a defensive shift to break up a potential counter by Las Vegas. This is Nigro.
We see this every single time the Lights elect to build out Singer or Provo. One of them drop in and split the center backs. What that does, that gives Ms. Budati and Nigro the ability to be more aggressive from their outside back positioning to create overloads on wide parts of the field. So it's a little bit of a tactical wrinkle that we've seen from Devin Rensing.
Tejada is giving this chase. Humphrey gets there first. And can only manage to put it out for a throw. Combined 20 minutes played in league play this season for Turner Humphrey. A couple of appearances totaled up to 20 minutes today. Well, he's already eclipsed that.
So if you're a switchback player, you go at him. Right? You test his inexperience, you put him on his heels, try to make him make decisions and make plays with a player that's maybe not as comfortable playing USL Championship.
And interesting, most of the approach from Colorado Springs is either come down the middle or in the opposite side. This is Tejada, who wins a corner kick for the Switchbacks. This corner kick is brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. We've been kicking it for local businesses since 1957. Uerman stands over the ball. Back post delivery this time. Knocked away. Only as far as Hanya. Here's Creek. Ward. Now Fieldberg. Catapulted into the 18, into a crowd. Tuusula made contact. Just want to watch the subtleties in Hanya's game. Every touch is a think piece. Rodriguez had a kind bounce. Nearly given away. Probo now on the approach. Here's Johnny Rodriguez. Didn't need a second invitation. And Herrera is livid with his defense.
Just not clear enough on both sides of the ball for both teams. For the Las Vegas Lights, you do all the hard work. You bypass that front line and midfield line of pressure. So now you have more numbers. You need to, at the very least, end that action with forcing Herrera to make a save. And rightly so, the goalkeeper extremely animated. Not enough pressure on the ball, and players losing their individual duels.
Tuusula squeezes right past the double team. Possession split 60-40 the way of Colorado Springs through these first 25 minutes. And here they are once again with Hanya. Migro. This last touch by Akeem Ward. It'll be Las Vegas Lights ball deep in their own half.
We're seeing the Switchbacks do a good job at getting themselves into that final third. But once in around that 18-yard box, it just seems a bit too slow, too pedestrian-like. So if you are James Chambers, top priority for the remainder of this first half is the tempo needs to be a bit quicker, especially in around your attacking goal.
They're out shooting the Lights 5-3 in this opening half. Only one shot on target. Fieldberg now. Hanya wide, crossed in, bending in, back post, and Lacroix denied by the crossbar. Stellar delivery. Now Rodriguez skips past the challenge of Tuusula. Still Johnny Rodriguez. Has O'Driscoll in support. McNamara. Possession short circuits for the Lights. Let's take a look back at this delivery from Hanya to Lacroix at the back post.
Just pure quality for Hanya, whether it is creating for himself, but also the ability to bring in his teammates. And if you are James Chambers, you need to be really pleased with the amount of numbers that you have crashing towards this attacking goal. Great ball in. Lacroix beats his individual marker and just nearly sneaks that into that top corner. As Amateur beat, if that is, about half of an inch lower.
That quality service you were asking for. As we tick toward the 30-minute mark.
It's also really good recognition from Duke Lacroix as the ball's on the weak side to sneak in towards that far post unmarked.
It's an energetic start. And keep the pressure from Las Vegas Lights opening 10 minutes or so. And Colorado Springs seemed to weather that storm and now looking a little more comfortable on their home turf. Long diagonal switch for Fieldberg near side. Fieldberg dispossessed. And the whistle blows against Jonas Fieldberg. Referee didn't like the reaction after the blow of the whistle.
Bit of frustration from Fieldberg. His first touch lets him down, which allows not one, but about two more Las Vegas Lights players to come across just to trap him towards this side of the field.
Lights play out through Kartik.
And just no movement ahead of the ball. Just notice Provo, and McNamara both occupying that same sort of space, leaving Stojanovic isolated within this whole back line of the Switchbacks, having a really difficult time, number one, just finding the balance and spacing in central locations, but also just not getting in a rhythm this Las Vegas Lights side is.
Scored in back-to-back games, Stefan Stojanovic, only one of which will actually count in the stat sheet. That forfeit against New Mexico prior to the game against Oakland. What a goal it was against Oakland.
Took it extremely well, very technically sound strike from Stojanovic.
Las Vegas ball to have a throw from the near side. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Charleston Battery taking on Birmingham Legion on Saturday, October 25th, 5 p.m. Eastern on TUDN. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Amateur under pressure, but he got it away. McNamara coming a long way back. Udadi. Provo keeps it moving. Niger with acres of space to operate. Humphrey. Collected by Stojanovic, who gets it back. Udadi. Leaving it for Stojanovic. Now McNamara. He's gone out and invested in attacking players to try and add a little more firepower. Players like Stojanovic and McNamara joining since the summer, since June. There appeared to be a foul there, but the whistle went silent. And Hanya is slow to get up. It's Humphrey who made contact with him. I'm not sure the referee saw it.
It is a foul. Intent or not, from Humphrey. Takes this long touch, and as he's trying to recover, loses his footing and just takes out Hanya. Everyone here at Widener Field, that's a foul. Should be in favor of the Switchbacks. That's in Carvalho, misses this one.
This injury stoppage is brought to you by Common Spirit Health. He lost his footing, but he still takes Hanya out, and in somewhat dangerous fashion as well. Mahoney rolling it back for Herrera. Fieldberg does really well to get past Humphrey here, and he's got support on the inside. Fieldberg. Hanya arriving at the back post, but Fieldberg took it himself, and Amateur does the work at the near post. Looked like a 3v2. Fieldberg had only eyes for goal.
Good movement from Fieldberg, but notice center of your screen, Hanya, as he continues that central run. You need to play this ball into that weak side. Tejada occupies both center backs. That leaves Hanya acres of space. Just a bit selfish in the end, again, in the wrong decision from Fieldberg.
This corner kick is brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. We've been kicking it for local business since 1957. Yurman delivers, near post, Tejada was there. Colorado Springs will have a throw. Quickly in, it's Tejada. Lacroix with his back to goal contact with Nigro. Incidental in the referee's view. Tejada working hard to win it back and has done. Now Hanya. And Tejada was taken out. That will produce the game's first yellow card. And it's McNamara who goes in the referee's book.
Never question the work rate of Juan Tejada, as he does lead the line for the Switchbacks, but he gives you work rate as well. Just to drop off and do his defensive duties. As McNamara picks up a yellow card, a big test for the experience in terms of the discipline, just a bit late when stepping in right in front of Etienne Carvajal.
So the yellow card has been issued to Tommy McNamara. This caution is sponsored by Diverse's Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. Second yellow card of the season for Tommy McNamara since arriving in August. Yermon stands over the ball and calibrates. This free kick scoring opportunity brought to you by Underline. Ball flipped in toward the spot. To a crowd of Vegas players, Hanya on the follow-up is well wide.
It's been good for the switchbacks. Hanya has verticality, directness, pace, but also very comfortable with the ball at his feet. It's been a nice addition to the switchbacks and James Chambers' attacking unit.
Humphries gets this one away, only as far as Ward. Sunbelt Rentals, local hustle, national muscle. 3-point Hanya doing it all. He's played in holding midfield role and attacking midfield role today as one of the wide players. McNamara pouncing on the loose ball. Budati squared back into traffic. Rolled out toward McNamara, lifted in toward the spot, and Mahoney there to break it up.
Good positioning through the defensive set. The switchbacks first, Echeverria dropping down and denying this cutback ball, but also Matt Mahoney on the front foot, getting goal side of Stojanovic.
Not just putting in the defensive work, but organizing the back line as well, moving them forward. Long switch near side for Budati. McNamara coming back toward it. Here for Singer to go, and this will be a goal kick for Herrera. 10 minutes to go in the first half, normal time. Colorado Springs 0, Las Vegas Lights 0.
I've seen the switchbacks actually find the most success when building out of the back, because as they drop deeper, they bait out Las Vegas Lights out of their shell. Now look at the space, essentially what they do. But in doing that, you need to be a bit quicker, you need to be more decisive. It's far too slow when trying to progress through the lines.
Metusala and trying to draw Las Vegas out of their defensive posture. Herrera now forced to play it long. And that was a little too long for Akeem Ward. This was the final score, and the two sides met in the reverse fixture back in May at Cashman Field. Las Vegas managed just one shot on target from outside the box. Colorado Springs had two, including an incredible Arosarena save from a Mahoney header, not unlike what we saw from Lacroix striking the crossbar. Roman in the middle. Fieldberg allowed to churn. Rolls out for Lacroix, trying to weave his way through traffic. There's Fieldberg. Echeverria. Once again, recycling possession. Hanya out wide. Ward.
Good ball.
Good ball to release Hanya. Got space and time now as Nigro scrambles back. Hanya squeezes it in. Tejada could not get his header down. But once again, Hanya unlocking this Lights defense.
Really good understanding between Hanya and Akeem Ward. This little hesitation for Ward is so crucial because it lets the play develop and lets Hanya make this run in behind that back line. But it all comes down to the movement of Tejada. First, he shows like he's going to peel to the back post. Then at the last second, slashes right in front of Gartig. Unable to head it back onto target, but good action going forward for the Switchbacks.
Two-footed fullback can play on the right or the left, Ward, and I'll use both there as he disguised the through ball into Hanya. Mahoney forced all the way back to Herrera. McNamara leading the press. Did well to find Ward this time. Creek, Tejada. Hanya there to clean up.
The wide parts of the field are so important, the way that the Switchbacks like to attack games, especially with their wingers high and wide. The outside backs need to understand that they need to provide coverage centrally. You do never want to play in the same plane because that's just too easy to defend. So it's a nice little relationship that we're starting to see between Hanya and Akeem Ward.
Uriman. Couple of 1-2s. Uriman. Looking for a handball. It took a deflection, and Colorado Springs will settle for a corner.
Again, Dre, just a wrong decision from Uriman. He popped this ball into Tejada. Hanya an acre to space at the weak side. It's about the third time that we've seen the Switchbacks get to that final third, but make the wrong decision.
This corner kick is brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. McDivitt is in your corner. Human signal suggesting he'll go back post with this delivery. Human lifts it in, knocked down by Mahoney. Now Fieldberg is closed down by McNamara. Squeezing the cross in Tejada. Excellent hold up play from Tejada, squeezing his ball in, and finally dealt with by Humphreys. For McNamara, who does well to collect.
Just no options. Just no options forward for Tommy McNamara. Unable to get out of gear one. This Las Vegas light side struggling to find any success going forward.
Hanya isolated out wide. Yermont. Ward will leave it for Echevarria. Seemingly content to keep men behind the ball, Las Vegas Lights, in these final moments of the opening half. This is why you see them recycle possession back to Herrera once more. Just trying to get them out of that defensive posture.
When a team is sitting into a mid to low block, you need movement.
It's a clever ball by Metusela. Fieldberg into the 18 on his left. Denied near post by Amateur. Difficult angle, but he asked a question of the goalkeeper.
He's just mentioning you need movement ahead of the ball, whether it is coming to feet, but there's nothing wrong with playing a little bit more direct and being route one. As Fieldberg takes his first touch. Difficult angle, but yet no option, so why not call your own number? Good positioning from Amateur to shield across that near post.
This corner kick is brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. We've been kicking it for local businesses since 1957. Yermont from the near side this time. Swinging toward the spot is knocked down. And wide from Echevarria. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. No question, he's been the busier of the two goalkeepers. Amateur so far has answered the call. Metusela. LaCroix. Two Haitian internationals connecting. O'Driscoll draws the foul. 12 shots from Colorado Springs in the course of this first half. 3 of those on target. That's the total number of shots that Las Vegas Lights have had.
Chance creation never an issue for the Switchbacks, and that's something that James Chambers alluded to in our conversation ahead of this game. But it was just the efficiency or lack thereof that continues to hinder the success in terms of the results for the Switchbacks.
Tejada working to win it back. McNamara. This is Nigro. Smart switch to the near side for Budati.
Good ball.
Square ball into the edge of the 18. Johnny Rodriguez showing too much of the ball to Mahoney. They've got it back. Budati again into the heart of the box looking for Rodriguez. And Tussula dealt with the threat. And Budati is fouled by Fieldberg. And that was a dangerous foul. It's going to be a caution for Fieldberg, the first Colorado Springs player to pick up a yellow.
Been really animated. Fieldberg a little bit too animated for Etienne Carvajal.
So a yellow card for Fieldberg. This caution is sponsored by Diversus Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. And 2 minutes of stoppage time, a minimum 2 minutes. Brought to you by the TikTok Shop.
Studs are exposed. He comes in late. He catches Budati. It's a deserving of a yellow card. You see Devin Rensing, the bottom of your screen, with his arms out. And what an opportunity this is for the Las Vegas Lights to take the lead here and completely change the complexion of this game.
Looking to test Herrera for the very first time in this game. Giorgio Probo stands over the ball. Outswinger to the back post. Mahoney rises to meet it. Now McNamara. Moore dealt with the threat that time. Colorado Springs looking to spring a counterattack. Forward for Tejada. Goalkeeper well off of his line, and well, he gets a gift after Tejada's touch. Caught in no man's land, amateur.
Juan Tejada does all the hard work. Makes about a 30 to 40 yard run. Great ball from Uriman, right on a platter for Juan Tejada. If he takes it anywhere else, it's an open net because amateur's caught in no man's land.
If you squint, you see Edison Cavani. In terms of work rate and hair. Hanya lifting it into the 18. Here's Humphrey.
Good step.
Rodriguez is dispossessed. Here's Mahoney. Fieldberg, the early cross looking for Tejada. Humphreys was there and had to be. As Humphrey denies.
But it's only Juan Tejada versus that whole back line of the Lights. And that is going to be a point of emphasis for James Chambers, as once you do get to that final third, you need to show a little bit more teeth and a little bit more bite for the Las Vegas Lights. Just try to get in a rhythm going forward. All to play for in this next 45 minutes.
So 45 minutes gone. It's all Colorado Springs everywhere but the scoreboard. It remains 0-0 through the opening 45. 3 points up for grabs, 3 desperate points for the Switchbacks to try and take back control of their own playoff destiny. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break. At halftime, Colorado Springs Switchback 0, Las Vegas Lights 0. We'll take a look back at the best of the 90 minutes when we come back.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
When I came back from the war, I was barely hanging on by a thread. I'm here today because of Tanya's relentless efforts in trying to get me healed. And says, Michael, I know you've got a plan to take your life today, but if you give me just 5 more minutes to love you.
5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, honey, 5 more minutes to love.
Michael has actually taught me what it looks like to accept help.
Welcome back to Widener Field, final regular season home game for Colorado Springs as they take on the Las Vegas Lights. 45 minutes in, it is 0-0 on the score sheet. Colorado Springs coming closest to breaking the deadlock when Hanya's cross was met by Lacroix on the back post, denied by the upper 90. The best chance from either team in the opening half. Tonight's honorary healthcare professional of the match is Suretha Ajayi, Market Director of Mission and Ministry. Thank you, Suretha, for everything you've done to help our community. The healthcare professional of the match is sponsored by Olson Plumbing and Heating. So this is the penultimate match of the season for Colorado Springs, the last home game. They will close out away to FC Tulsa next Saturday night. They do need a win tonight, plus an Orange County loss or draw to take back control of their own destiny, but that game against Tulsa will be huge.
Massive against the #1 team in the Western Conference, probably the biggest surprise in USL Championship, as we see Herman score a goal from Morocco as well. Puts on ice in the 90-plus 11th for the Switchbacks, going to Tulsa, completely different environment. Big opportunity for James Chambers and company.
There was a couple of second half goals in that game.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water unique? It's our commitment to making our bottles from at least 50% recycled plastic. In fact, Crystal Geyser is the only beverage company in the U.S. to exclusively own and operate 2 plastic recycling facilities. And you can help us make an impact too by always remembering to recycle your bottles. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Simple, but not easy.
Welcome back to halftime at Widener Field. Colorado Springs 0, Las Vegas 0 through the opening 45 minutes. Again, 3 points that are as close to a must-win as it gets for James Chambers' men, as the defending champs started the day on the outside of the top 8, outside of the playoff line. 3 points would get them provisionally right back in it. Las Vegas Lights have not offered much of a scoring threat of yet, but have not broken either, as Devin Rensing's men looking to close out a difficult season on a bright note. A look around the games. Well, last night was a wild one. Lexington leading Sac Republic 2-0, then gave up 2 goals in the final 5 minutes. Sebastian Herrera with the equalizer late there. Earlier today, Charleston and Detroit played to a 1-1 draw. Detroit still in control of their own destiny, but do need some other results to bounce their way. Well, Rowdies 3-1 just beyond the hour mark against Hartford. That's one of those results that Detroit needed. That's not gone their way. While North Carolina and Rhode Island look destined for a 0-0 draw that has not yet gone final. Other games in this week 33. Indy 11 in Loudoun is delayed. That game should be starting momentarily. It initially was scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern. That's still postponed. Indy 3 points behind 8th place Detroit. Detroit does have the tiebreaker, while Loudoun headed to the playoffs for the first time. They clinch top 4. Can still clinch top 4 with a win if North Carolina loses and Pittsburgh drops points. News and notes from around the USL Championship. Underway from Colorado Springs. Maybe the biggest 45 minutes of the season to date for the Switchbacks when we come back.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you get me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
The PTSD, depression, anxiety. I needed somebody to sit on my side of the table. Marie made that happen for me. KOAA, Channel 5, they care about the military. They care about the veterans. I've never seen this kind of care in my 80 years. Thank goodness for Bree helping me out. God put an angel in my life, and it just touched me so much.
Welcome back to Widener Field. No goals yet between the Switchbacks and the Lights, but not for a lack of chances. Colorado Springs with 13 shots in that opening half. They have monopolized possession and the chances against the Las Vegas Lights team that is already eliminated, trying to play the spoiler role against the defending champs. Here's a look back at the best of the first 45 minutes. An early and positive start for Las Vegas Lights with their pressure. Switchbacks weathered that storm and settled in at home.
The pressure was oncoming for the Las Vegas Lights, but once this game settled in for the Switchbacks, they started to find success, and Hanya was at the thick of everything. Great ball to his back post. Duke Lacroix doing a good job at just coming off the shoulder. Budati getting denied by the goalkeeper's best friend, which is that crossbar. As we continue on, best opportunity here, but notice Tejada, center of your screen, as he stays centrally, he brings out both players, which gives topside Hanya acres of space. Fieldberg really selfish. Shifted to his left foot, but he needs to pick up his head and see this play develop and just slot this ball across, because if he does, it's a 1v1 for arguably your best player that first half. Hanya Anders has done a really good job in between the sticks for the Las Vegas Lights. The right-hand side, Akeem Ward and Hanya running circles around the Las Vegas Lights defensive unit. Another good opportunity here for Hanya. Tejada slashes across Humphrey, unable to head it back on target, but this little hesitation here for Akeem Ward, really important to let the play develop. And then again, chance creation, not the problem for the Switchbacks. It's just the execution that has been lacking.
And Colorado Springs have outshot Las Vegas 13-3 in the course of that first 45 minutes. 3 on target, plus the header off the crossbar by Lacroix, which arguably was the best scoring chance for either team. And a game-high 4 chances created by Anya, who's been doing it all for Colorado Springs.
If you are James Chambers, you have to be pleased with the performance through that first 45 minutes, but not pleased with the results. Still 0-0. You need something to show for all the hard work that you've done, especially getting into that final third for the Las Vegas Lights. You just need to get the rhythm. It's been really sloppy, very disconnected when playing out of the back. Your positioning and your balance centrally has been all off for Devin Rensing. You just need a reaction, and you need one of your big-time players to shoulder some responsibility.
No moral victories when you're in the hunt for the playoffs. The penultimate round. Only 3 halves of football remain for the defending champs, who are, again, on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. But a big chance to pick up 3 points today against the last place in the Western Conference, Las Vegas Lights. Teams out on the pitch for the start of the second half. It will be Las Vegas Lights kicking things off in this second stanza, moving from right to left on your screen. All eyes on Edson Carvajal. Doesn't look as though either manager has made a change. It's the same 22 players that walked out at the start. There was nothing to separate these two sides when they met back on week 10 in May at Cashman Field. Nothing to separate them going into the start of this second half. McNamara waits patiently for the referee's signal. Two yellow cards shown by this man in the course of that first 45 minutes. It was late in the opening half. Tommy McNamara and Jonas Fieldberg both booked. Second half underway with the Lights moving from right to left on your screen, and confirm no substitutions to start this second half from either side. For the Las Vegas Lights, that means a back four of Budati, Humphrey, Gartig, and Nigro. Singer, Probo, and O'Driscoll in the middle. McNamara, Rodriguez, and Stojanovic, the three up top. One chance created by McNamara and not much else from Rodriguez and Stojanovic. A couple of chances from a long way out by Johnny Rodriguez, who was on the score sheet again last week, had a goal and an assist.
Stojanovic only 10 touches, Johnny Rodriguez 20, so that's 30 touches between your two attacking players. You need them to be more influential and more involved, specifically when building out of the back. And that's going to be a point of emphasis for Devin Rensing to start this second half, to get your big-time players in a rhythm, and it's up the tempo.
Put that into context, Urman has 40 touches himself. It's rolled back by Nigro. If he plays any part in that regular season finale against Monterey Bay, Nigro will have a share of the all-time appearance record for Las Vegas Lights. McNamara fighting for possession. This is Lacroix finding a pocket of space here. Lacroix, Urman. Squeeze that through. Johnny Rodriguez was alert to it. Urman fighting for possession, and accidental contact in the view of the referee. Now the whistle blows as Urman is slow to get up. Referee calling for the medical team to come have a look. Seems to be favoring that hip. This injury stoppage is brought to you by Common Spirit Health. Not clear whether it was on the fall, maybe taking a fall on that hip, or whether it was contact with the knee. In any case, clearly uncomfortable. And I believe the foul was whistled on Urman.
It's a bit awkward here from Urman, the way that he falls, awkward landing as he just smacks this artificial surface, favoring the backside. James Chambers, if he cannot continue on, just looking down the bench, Isaiah Foster, Kai Vassell, Levante Johnson, all players that can come on and slot onto that top line for the home side, but good signs as Urman is walking on his own power.
He's created 3 chances in that first half. Only Hanya had more. Those two have been the creative engine for Colorado Springs. Probo. Hanya's there, but referee has stopped the action. I believe it's because Urman is checked in without the referee's permission. They will resume via drop ball. Urman did not wait for the referee's permission to check back in, and that's the reason for the stoppage here. Mahoney. That's catapulted out of the back by Mahoney. Hanya. And Nigro will usher the ball out for a goal kick. Soccer season is here. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats.
Seeing the Switchbacks be a bit more aggressive. Notice all 10 outfield players in their attacking half when trying to force turnovers. So that means there is real estate in behind for the Las Vegas Lights. If you are Stojanovic, if you are Johnny Rodriguez, you just need to release some of this pressure as Methuselah picks up a yellow card. Really silly for the center back. No need to engage in any conversation with Edson Carvajal.
So the yellow card issued to Methuselah. This caution is sponsored by Diverse's Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. It wasn't for the infraction, it was for the reaction.
And that is going to drive James Chambers crazy to pick up such a silly yellow card, specifically a defender. Big test in terms of his discipline and positioning for the remainder of this second half.
Only the second yellow card that he's picked up all season. Fouls whistled here against Creek. I get the sense that if we had to pick best performer of the opening half for Las Vegas, probably Amateur.
Big reason why it's still 0-0. Really good positioning, denying Fieldberg twice at that near post.
Combined 11 clean sheets on the season between their two goalkeepers. Of course, 10 of those courtesy of the Cuban, Arosarena.
At a certain point, if you are a switchbacks defender, you have to recognize how tightly contested Edson Carvajal is calling this game. When a player's facing their own defending goal, do not engage any contact. Just move your feet, make him play negative. Your job is done. It's about the third time in a matter of 2 minutes that we've seen a switchback defender become a little bit overzealous, and that allows the Lights just to put this ball into a dangerous area.
So here's Giorgio Probo over the ball. Lifted in toward the penalty spot. Mahoney was there to meet it. McNamara from the edge of the 18 against Creek. Scooped into the 18. Again, it's McNamara, this time on his left. And O'Driscoll's shot sails over the crossbar.
It's not the initial ball that can cause some issues, especially from a set piece. It's a secondary action, the secondary wave. Difficult for O'Driscoll to really test Herrera.
Good to be last touched by Johnny Rodriguez. And has been given as a Colorado Springs throw. Smartly rolled back by Mahoney for Herrera, who's under pressure now. Did really well to pick out Lacroix. Creek, wanted to play it in. Echevarria. Now Hanya taking up a more central spot. Out wide is Lacroix. Putting it back to the inside, square ball in back post. Fieldberg redirects, and Switchbacks have the breakthrough. Lacroix, who had provided the best chance of the match, now assists the opening goal. Fieldberg arriving. And is that the goal that puts the Switchbacks back into the postseason?
Talked about the movement through the front for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. The understanding as there is players. Essentially, someone's slashing across that near post. You need presence on the weak side. Duke Lacroix does a good job of coming to the interior, but every single person for the Las Vegas Lights get caught ball watching. And the extra effort from Fieldberg just to peel off the shoulder and the blind side of Nigro is the difference here at Widener Field to give the Switchbacks a 1-0 lead early in this second half.
Here's the third goal of the season for Jonas Fieldberg. And a huge goal that lifts them provisionally above the playoff line. Tejada trying to pounce on the loose ball. Amateur comes out to put out the fire. That switchback goal is presented by Gold Hill. Gold Hill, the best address. The only thing missing, the way Colorado Springs had been playing that opening half especially, was the goal. They now have the final product. Remember last week, though, Las Vegas Lights trailed twice battled back to level terms against Oakland. 10 minutes gone in the second half.
Next 5 minutes, crucial for both of these sides for different reasons. For the Las Vegas Lights, you cannot allow this thing to get out of hand and have one goal turn into two. So if you are Devin Rensing, you need, tell me, McNamara Provo to sit sentry just to take the game away from the Switchbacks. On the other side for James Chambers, you continue with the momentum. You continue to be aggressive and really test the shape of this back line for the Las Vegas Lights.
For Jonas Fieldberg, the end of a 10-game goal drought. So he finds the back of the net for the first time since August 9th. That one proved to be crucial, a 2-1 win over Oakland Roots. This one could be decisive as well. Carty. Here's Budati. They have not managed to get Stefan Stojanovic involved nearly enough. Sunbelt Rentals, local hustle, national muscle. Sierra gets us back underway. Ward.
Watch out.
Goal bound. Amateur. Oh, it was never comfortable for him, was it? Bouncing awkwardly into the 18. All he could do is give away a throw deep in Las Vegas territory. Yerman. Metusala. Just running out of real estate. That time was Creek, and it'll be a goal kick for Amateur. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM 157, Sirius XM FC 157, and the new Sirius XM app. Rodriguez is tripped up. He continues. This is Probo, and now Rodriguez will get some attention. I think he was just stepped on by Yerman. And Fieldberg, in fact. By the way, Fieldberg on a yellow card. One of two Switchback players to be cautioned, along with Metusala.
Just notice left side of your screen, no vertical threat for the Las Vegas Lights, which makes life very easy for the Switchback because everything is in front of them. Continue just to squeeze and stay compact within their defensive structure. No movement, no balance, and really
no concentration.
Sloppy. Yeah, really sloppy when building out the back for the visiting side. On the other side, if you're James Chambers, you smell blood in the water, and you continue to be aggressive and force the issue here.
Chavarria couldn't settle. McNamara, a clever flick. There's Probo under pressure from Fieldberg. Solved it well. Nigro now. And sliding in, Akeem Ward to stop his progress. Now Nigro will need some attention. Nigro. Looks to be 4-1-4-1 in defense for Colorado Springs, and very static in possession from Las Vegas Lights.
Within a 10-yard radius, every single attacking player for the Las Vegas Lights.
This is Fieldberg. Dispossessed, but fouled by Nigro. And so a free kick scoring opportunity brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet.
And a player that the Switchbacks missed incredibly earlier this week at Jeopardy was that single pivot at the Charleston Battery. They did lose 5-0. James Chambers put it very simply in our conversation, said we just need a response. We need players to bounce back and show a little bit of personality and a little bit of fight. They've done a good job through the first 62 minutes of this game in terms of the performance, but now it just needs to be a bit more clinical in the attacking 18-yard box to turn that one goal into two and really put this game to bed.
In the defensive half, they've held Las Vegas Lights without a shot on target for now over an hour. Here's Gartig. Johnny Rodriguez looks for a sliver of an opening, trying to pull that back. Could not find Stojanovic. Still Rodriguez, and it's poked loose by Ward. It'll be a corner kick for the Lights. Substitution for Las Vegas Lights is Vaughn Colville. Will be checking in. He'll replace Rory O'Driscoll in the midfield. This substitution is brought to you by UCCS, where public service careers start. Colville, who was at the heart of that controversy on the forfeited match a couple of weeks ago, checking into a game in which he was not on the official team sheet.
Not his fault.
Not his fault. He was called in.
But still.
Answered the call.
Unfortunate for Colville.
Did start immediately the game after that, and now back-to-back games in the starting lineup. This corner kick is brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. We've been kicking it for local businesses since 1957. Nigro measures. Outswinger edge of the 6. It's flicked away. Engineer Nigro. Budati. Getting to traffic, it's Johnny Rodriguez on the loose ball. Tejada pokes it away, and Herrera smothers it, and had to. Johnny Rodriguez salivating at the thought of poking that ball through.
Good recognition from Christian Herrera to come off of his line very quickly and smother this ball, not allowing Johnny Rodriguez any sort of angle to poke this ball through. A very quiet evening for Johnny Rodriguez in terms of his influence. No service into him, and he's a striker that needs to get in a rhythm, that needs to get on the ball. Having really difficult times with his relationship with Stojanovic.
The opposite of what we saw against Roots last week. 10 goals on this season in all competitions for Johnny Rodriguez. He's trying to make it 3 straight campaigns with 12 goals in all competitions. He's 2 away with this and 1 game left. Team high 9 goals in the USL Championship. Added another in the Jägermeister Cup. Here's Rodriguez releasing McNamara. You've got numbers forward now, Las Vegas. It's a good switch of play to the freshly introduced Colville on his right. Colville! And that's palmed away by Herrera. First shot on target of this match from Las Vegas Lights.
Well done for the Las Vegas Lights. Trying to bypass the initial run of Stojanovic, allowing Colville to force a good save for Christian Herrera.
This corner kick brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. We've been kicking it for local businesses since 1957. Nigro swings it in again into the 6th. Methuselah Out it away. It's a good turn, but it's fired over the top. Well, 2 back-to-back chances for Las Vegas. That one from Stojanovic. This was the earlier one from Colville.
First touch slows him down a tiny bit, allowing Duke Lacroix to come across. But fantastic athletic ability and secure hands from Christian Herrera to parry it wide, not allowing a rebound for any sort of Las Vegas Lights player to get on the end of it.
Suddenly the Las Vegas Lights attack has come to life.
No coincidence, that's Tommy McNamara at the thick of everything. Player that had a lot of success and experience at the MLS level. Comes in just to provide a bit of class, a bit of quality at finding that final ball. More times often that he's involved, you'll really find goal-scoring opportunities.
Colville losing his balance and with it possession. Frobo keeping it alive. There's Colville again. That time Lacroix getting in the way, gives away a corner. This corner kick brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. McDivitt is in your corner. So substitution for the Switchbacks, their first of the game, as Kyle Vassell checks in. He'll replace the goal scorer, Fieldberg. That's a big target forward stepping in now.
Different type of profile. Vassell, big physical number 9, wants to occupy the center backs, allowing the teammates underneath him whether to run in behind or also try to fight for second duels underneath him.
This substitution is brought to you by UCCS, where public service careers start. Nigro forced to wait to swing it in. Fieldberg's goal in the 54th minute is the difference, but it's a fragile lead as this one is swung in. Yerman was there to nod it away. It'll be a throw for Las Vegas. As it stands, Colorado Springs fans will be keeping a close eye on that Orange County match later tonight against Lou City. A tough ask to take on the back-to-back Players' Shield winners.
But Danny Stone, what an opportunity that is, especially with the momentum that you start to gain after your win against San Antonio. Playing at home, a different type of animal playing against this Lou City side that's so efficient in what they do.
Clever ball in for Colville. Just got inside of Lacroix, but Lacroix troubling him just enough. Methuselah. Flung forward by Lacroix. Frobo, direct approach. Methuselah had it covered. Mahoney. Quietly, he always has such a massive influence on the game.
Talk about leadership, you talk about experience and what it means to be a switchback player. Look no further than Matt Mahoney. One challenge that he doesn't like to get stuck into, very vocal at organizing the players around him. Him and Dusla done a good job through 70 minutes here at staying on the same page in terms of stepping and dropping, not allowing any sort of rhythm to be had for the Las Vegas Lights.
This is Humphrey. Trying to force his way through, and Hanya through the legs of McNamara, catching the goalkeeper off his line. Just not enough loft. That was goal of the season stuff if it comes off.
Audacious.
Nutmeg with a 35-yard shot over the goalkeeper. Gartig. Nigro. Been given a bit more license to get forward on this near side. This game goes on and he draws a foul against Ward here. It will be a free kick for Las Vegas Lights. 20 minutes remain of normal time. Sunbelt Rentals, local hustle, national muscle. To the left of Nigro, the right of Probo. Hammered in toward the spot, flicked on into the hands of Herrera. The second shot on target in the second half from Las Vegas Lights. This one comfortable for Herrera.
Really good ball in terms of the location right in front of Herrera, especially with the traffic oncoming. Almost a nightmare for a goalkeeper, but good positioning in the end.
Las Vegas turning on the press. That forces a long ball out of the back, and Vassell will be whistled for the foul. So he trips up Gartig.
I don't think he agrees with it. A cheeky smile on the face of player that USL Championship knows extremely well with his success for the San Diego Loyal, scoring goals for fun. One of, if not the best strikers that we've seen in hold-up play. Now Vassell.
In 2022, 14 goals in 29 games for San Diego. All back trying to provide an attacking spark for this defending champion team. Rodriguez wins the throw. The most recent chances have all been for Las Vegas Lights. Here's Nigro.
Been a good response for Devin Rensing and the visiting side. They've slowed the game down a little bit more and taken it away from the Switchbacks. It's a fantastic way to take this sting out of the momentum. Especially with Tommy McNamara more of a presence centrally. As he does get in the ball, that allows the players higher up the field to make those decisive type of runs, which his quality can speak for itself. Another good ball
Here's
here.
Stojanovic, options to either side. Koval on his right, Rodriguez on his left, and it's several touches too many.
And that is when you need to take your clean first touch and play Koval, because if you do, you put real pressure on this back line for the Switchbacks, but it's just those little minute details that continue to lack for the Las Vegas Lights at finding success going forward.
One of the things that Devin Rensing was very honest about regarding this team is there was a certain fragility after arriving. It's one of the things that he wanted to change. Yes, there were tactical things, nuances. Positioning is much different. It's supposed to be more proactive, more forward. No longer 5 players sitting back in defense, but there was a mental fragility as well when things didn't go their way, a call or a goal. In the late stretches of this season, we saw the response against Oakland, battling back from a goal down twice and showing plenty of fight once more here against Colorado Springs.
Well, it's really difficult for Devin Rensing to come in mid-season to this Las Vegas Lights side because, yes, you try to build your identity, you try to build your culture here, but to be very clear, these are not his players. He inherited this roster, and he makes it very difficult because you have to find the balance of trying to implement your game style, but also to see the profiles and try to make that match come together.
Nigro knocking it down for McNamara. Rodriguez. Scooped wide for Budati. It's a clever ball in, and Tusula was there to deal with the threat. Strong header by Humphrey. That's given away to Colville. Quickly finds McNamara. Quick trigger and a little deflection. We'll take it out for a corner. The referee was pointing to the corner. It's a goal kick in the end. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. It's lifted in for Hiraman to chase. Gartig is there. A little hesitation, but he chaperones the ball out. Goal kick for Amador. The quarter of an hour left, so important for Colorado Springs to manage these final minutes. Just a 1-goal lead.
You can just notice how aggressive the switchbacks are. Only 2 center backs behind the midway point. Hakeem Ward stepping up, trying to force issues centrally. Again, you have to recognize that if you are the lights, someone needs to be vertical, someone needs to stretch the field. It's a really aggressive line from the home side with no vertical threat to run in behind. Here's a good run here.
And it's made by Probo out of central midfield. Spotted now is Koval looking to get in behind. It's a good ball in. LaCroix had it covered. Budati has Rodriguez alongside. Here's Johnny Rodriguez. Flung in back post. It was intended for Stojanovic. And rolled through harmlessly.
The 2-step process that trying to play in behind number 1 is you need to recognize it. Koval does do that, but the ball needs to be overhit in those instances to let him run onto it. Instead, it's underhit, which he has to backtrack. He has to play negative, allowing the switchbacks just to regain their defensive positioning.
Seemed to die on the bounce, and that gave LaCroix all kinds of time to get goal side of him. Here's Ward. Tejada in front. Vassell with his back to goal. Echeverria. Matusala. Colorado Springs happy to hold on to possession. Las Vegas doesn't have the ball. They can't hurt him. Oh, it's a lovely touch by Ward to settle. And he slipped with the ball, got there to Vassell. Allowed to turn. Squared in. Dummied through. Back is Hanya from the edge of the 18. Hanya! And he's off target in the end, but what a promising approach from Colorado Springs. And it all started at the feet of Hakeem Ward. Double substitution for Las Vegas. The introduction of Knight Pickering, who'll replace Stefan Stojanovic, and Sean Smart in for Younes Budati.
As this ball comes in, Creek needs to take this touch. Because if you do, now you engage the weak-sided defender. Now you have an option. You can go yourself, and if he does step to you, that's when you play into Hanya. It's a right idea, but at the wrong time from Creek. But good action first from Hakeem Ward. Vassell doing a good job at holding up the play, allowing it to develop. But just an action that deserved an end result.
Substitutions are brought to you by UCCS, where public service careers start. Las Vegas make a double switch. The introduction of Smart and Pickering. The exit of Budati and Stojanovic. 3 subs and 2 windows used up by Devin Ressing. Only 1 change made so far by James Chambers. Nigro. Koval now operating on this near side. Clipped it nicely into the heart of the area. A little too much under it, looking for Pickering. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download it now. So we'll see a substitution for Colorado Springs, and it's Paul Moroka, who checks in. He'll replace Hirman. Moroka back after a loan spell last season. He was prominent in the playoffs for the defending champions. Now back to be prominent once more down this final stretch.
And he's going to play a bit centrally. Moroka here next to Michael Creek, Echeverria, and Fieldberg. The ability to clog passing lanes, see this game out. A young professional that has a very high ceiling, on loan for the Columbus Crew.
Flipped on by Creek. They'll be happy to take the air out of the ball. Colorado Springs using a time in their favor. And for Vassell. Ward squeezes it through. Koval under pressure from Tejada. He's done really well to jar it loose. Freak has done well there. That's ricocheted off of Nigro, and it'll be a throw for Colorado Springs deep in Las Vegas territory. Tejada. Ward sending it in for Vassell. Carteg alert to the danger. Rodriguez on the same page as McNamara. Has seemed very individualistic from the attacking players for Las Vegas Lights. Probo did well to win it back.
Just seems like players are still trying to figure out their teammates and how they complement each other off one another.
Well, the Groom Transportation Man of the Match is Jonas Fieldberg. Groom Airport Shuttle providing stress-free transportation between Colorado Springs and DIA. This was the moment.
Right side of your screen, notice how he just peels off and really baits Nigro. Stands him up, and when he noticed that this ball's coming in, that's when he peels off the blind side, puts his body on the line, and is a difference right now for the Switchbacks.
Echeverria, who is slow to get up. This injury stoppage is brought to you by Common Spirit Health. Job isn't quite done yet, but it's very close, and Colorado Springs have done what they set out to do in this game. It's been as comfortable as a 1-0 lead gets.
At this point in the season, especially when you're trying to make that late playoff push, yes, you want to play your best football. Yes, you want to play the beautiful game, quote unquote, the right way of building through lines and being possession-based oriented, but you need to be efficient. That is the name of the game. Trying to get yourself into the playoffs, you need results. No matter how you get him, a sign of a good team is just grinding out wins, and we've seen that from the Switchbacks.
And let's be clear, it's been an improved second half from Las
100%.
Vegas. They've actually flipped the possession from the first half, 60-40 in their favor, 7 shots to 3 from Colorado Springs since the halftime break, and both of their shots on target have come after the recess.
We've seen both teams raise the level in terms of creating opportunities, trying to play forward, trying to be on the front foot. It's also two teams that are in really different stages in terms of their development. James Chambers has been here after last year, obviously winning the USL trophy, while the Las Vegas Lights side, like you mentioned earlier, Dre, have been just going through head coaches trying to see who's going to fit. It does seem like Devin Rensing for the foreseeable future, trying to make his culture here.
Seems a little bit of blood on the nose of Echeverria, who's still getting some attention.
Not going to feel good in terms of the turf burn for Echeverria.
It's about the worst place for it.
Yeah. Don't envy his shower after this game.
To your point about Chambers, yes, second year as a head coach, but 5th year with the club. He was part of the staff for 3 seasons before being promoted last year, and it could hardly have gone better a season ago. They're staying alive and fighting for postseason this time out. Once you get in. So after the lengthy stoppage, 5 minutes remain plus time added on. Tejada, soft touch to control. That ball squirts all the way through. Wolfer was trying to lay it off for Vassell. Nigro happy to get it away. As it stands, Switchbacks will be picking up their 10th victory of the season, improving to 37 points, which again would provisionally move them inside of the playoff picture. Vassell. Is there a late spoiler in the cards from Las Vegas? McNamara's had a solid second half, 3 chances created. It's the most of any Las Vegas player. Tejada just happy to get that into opposition territory. Anya applying the pressure. Here's Gartig. Nigro. Bypassing the press of Tejada. His options on the near side, lifted up for Probo, and it's well beyond the reach of the Italian.
Just one touch, too many from Nigro. Actually, really good rotation as Koval comes to feet. Provo makes a run in behind. Again, just the efficiency continued to lack. Not enough quality when trying to progress for the Las Vegas Lights.
Been adding to this squad as the season has gone since summer, bringing in McNamara, Stojanovic, Gaines, attacking players who would hope would bring a little more firepower, but just to combine 2 goals, and one of those from one of the center backs brought in, Anthony Herbert. The other Stojanovic last week just have not had the productivity they'd wanted from the new signings.
It's just been really difficult to get in any sort of rhythm, and that's the last thing to click when you talk about a new coach coming in. Yes, you can be very organized, you can try to teach in defensive sets, defensive posture, but attacking the ball and putting the ball in the back of the net, it's one of, if not the hardest thing in this sport. So that is the next step in the progression for Devin Rensing in terms of the quality that he wants to continue to bring in, but also players starting to get a little bit comfortable with their teammates and their relationship.
Really aggressive that time from Tejada as he brought down McNamara. Blasted forward by McNamara. McCraw there to break it up. Budati is brought down. That earns a free kick for Las Vegas. Lights quickly restarted. Probo in the middle. McNamara starting very deep. Nigro against Ward. Just managing to squeeze that cross in and rolled beyond the line. But it will be a corner kick. This corner kick brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. We've been kicking it for local businesses since 1957. Micro getting something out of seemingly nothing there as Ward had the last touch. 90 seconds remain of the 90 minutes. A little outswinger, that's a wasted corner kick. That's flung in, and Mahoney got a touch onto it. And he's breathing a sigh of relief that it was wide of the target. Another corner from the opposite flag. This corner kick brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. McDivitt is in your corner. This is Giorgio Probo. Outswinger into the 6. It's flicked away by Metusala. Knocked down from McNamara on his right. Denied by Echeverria. Anya in a sprint. Hillfield, he was fouled. The whistle has gone silent. Sean Smart comes away with possession. Stoppage time is brought to you by the TikTok Shop. It's a minimum 5 minutes added on. They'll play until at least the end of the 95th. And here come Colorado Springs looking for an insurance goal. Vassell running in behind, needs the angle, clipped in. Vassell denied by the upright. would have been an exclamation mark of a goal, but denied by the woodwork for the second time tonight.
Good patience from the sub Maroka to let this play develop and just try to stand up Humphrey. Now as he steps in, Vassell makes a fantastic run from inside out. Will be a great look at it here. And notice how quickly Amador goes down. So there's only one part that Vassell can go. It's up and over. Second post that denies the Switchbacks a goal. But really good movement from front to back for Colorado Springs.
This will be a like-for-like substitution with Levante Johnson stepping in for Juan Tejada in attack. This substitution is brought to you by UCCS, where public service careers start. That's an aggressive, we'll call it a push from Nigro. Welcome to the game, Levante Johnson.
Just silly from Nigro. This is right when Levante Johnson steps onto this field. The ball's not even in play yet. Almost wrestling him already. So a little bit of frustration starts to grow. Just naive and no need from Nigro. It's no argument whatsoever from the left back as they continue to jaw at one another.
This free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. And Vassell has done well to win a corner kick for the Switchbacks. This corner kick is brought to you by T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Also fighting his way through, still in possession. Also to the ground, and that will win another free kick for Colorado Springs. Another free kick scoring opportunity brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. And the yellow card comes out. It'll be Probo. Second Las Vegas Lights player to be booked in this contest.
Vassell's provided a really good positive impact, just throwing his body around and occupying and inviting a lot of contact.
A yellow card issued to Giorgio Probo. This caution is sponsored by Diversis Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. Vassell again trying to hold it up and wins a throw for the Switchbacks. More than halfway through the minimum 5 minutes added on. And Colorado Springs happy to have the ball over on this end. Vassell, well, he's done well to sell it. Johnny Rodriguez is whistled for the foul.
Just pure experience from Vassell here, trying to kill a game. You keep it in the corner, you draw fouls, you drain clock. Just infectious with his experience. Could have done better there, but then a good performance since coming onto this field.
Well, how long did Colorado Springs have that ball over in the corner? A good 2.5 of the
100%.
5 minutes gone. And they've won it back. Here is Hanya. And Hanya is fouled. The yellow card, this one will be for Humphrey. Check that, smart. After the giveaway, little pullback. And the professional foul will earn him a yellow card. It is Humphrey. And so another free kick scoring opportunity brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. And it's Vassell. He's driving them nuts. Well, this time the foul is whistled against Kyle Vassell. What a handful. And there is your final whistle. There is life in the defending champions as they climb provisionally back above the playoff line. They'll keep their eye on Orange County later tonight, but they've done the job at home on the penultimate round. A 1-0 victory over Las Vegas Lights. Jonas Fieldberg with the game winner in the 54th minute.
A response was needed for James Chambers, specifically after losing last time out. Did a really good job at managing moments and really winning those critical moments in both boxes. Really good box defending. Fieldberg gets on the end of the serves from Duke Lacroix, and in the end, all you needed was 3 points, and you received it. Good result for the Switchbacks.
The final score from Widener Field, Colorado Springs Switchbacks 1, Las Vegas Lights 0. Fieldberg's goal decides it in the second half.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Well, just how tight is the playoff race in the Western Conference? 5 teams competing for 4 spots. And with this victory, Colorado Springs, who came into the day in 9th, leapfrog Orange County, Phoenix Rising, and Lexington provisionally into 6th, pending the remainder of Week 33. The defending champions are very much in it, and it's in large part thanks to the goal by Fieldberg. Let's take a look back at the best of the 90 minutes at Widener Field. Round in the books for the defending champions. 1 game left on their schedule, and it's against FC Tulsa, top of the West, but a team they've already beaten this season. Here's a look at the numbers from the 90 minutes. They've outclassed Las Vegas in shots on target. It evened out in possession as Las Vegas improved.
It was a little bit better for the Las Vegas Lights in terms of the eye test. They were on the ball a bit more. They're a bit more patient and composed, but now the next step is you need a killer mentality once you do get to that final third. Far too passive for the Switchbacks. Yes, you want to get a result. Yes, you want to win the boxes. You did that. Now can you continue with this momentum as you go to FC Tulsa to end the season? Big opportunity for them to punch their ticket into the playoffs.
Well, there are fireworks at the foot of the Rockies as Colorado Springs take all 3 points at home against Las Vegas Lights. 1-0 the final score at Widener Field. And just like that, the Switchbacks climb from 9th to 6th provisionally. For Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Dre Cordero. Thanks for joining us for Week 33 in the USL Championship as the Switchbacks keep hope alive for their postseason lives.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.